Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Lone Wolf Plays. Again, we're working on EVE Online, and today's big push is to finish up the Sisters of Eve storyline. From my understanding, we have Chapter 7 remaining of the last part of the first storyline, so let's get right into it. Here we are. Right, so your anger is understandable. Well, of course, you knew what was going on and treated me like I was some kind of a terrible human being, simply because I'm a clone. Dagon's your real enemy. You'll be interested to know that some of his core mates have been spotted at a nearby station. We prepared an agent. Yeah. Basically, we gotta fake someone's records. So here we go. And we're going to drop off everything except for the stuff I can actively use. Let's see here. Make the Federation Navy charges safe. Here we go. Now, I'm still operating with some slightly damaged armor, but that's okay, because so far, the damage being done by these guys is negligible. Alright. Ah, man. The real shame is, I mean, this really, if this was adaptable to the type of ship you were flying, this could be a really interesting set of, missions. But it really isn't. I mean, realistically, if I were to simply keep my distance, let my drones do their job, and keep bouncing them back and forth, I would have absolutely no risk. Alright. I don't anticipate this being any kind of real difficulty.
Docking request accepted.
Alright. Alter records are being distributed as we speak. So now I gotta go back to Arnon. Yay! Excuse me. Huh. Well, that kind of sucks.
Warp drive active.
Apparently I got a new mission. Well, we'll make sure to keep this one on standby. Whew, excuse me. Until we finish up this mission. Alright.
Warp drive active.
Excuse me. Sorry for yawning so much. Oh, man. I was kind of excited about the OnePlus 6T, because I'm actually running the OnePlus 3T here, see? But, turns out that the color that I thought I was going to like a lot is more of a pink than the purple that they suggested is. Oh, well. Plus, I can get a 6, not a 6T, for like $100 less right now.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Wait a minute. Interesting. I'm going to save that one for later. Those records are placed. Our agent is Tahaki Karen. What happened to the real one? Electronically speaking, she's a non-person. She's alive and safe. If she wanted better, she shouldn't have joined the society. uh... Ah, boy.
Warp drive active.
A luxury space liner. I mean, I gotta be real, it looks more like a spaceport than anything else. But, I mean, realistically, it's in space, so it doesn't have to abide by any kind of aerodynamic design. Okay. Republic intelligence tells me that you might have a lead on our prodigal son, Dagon. He needs to be taken down for everyone's good. The Republic will watch your back. Interesting. So apparently everybody knows what's going on. Which means either the Sisters of Eve are inept, or they're intentionally informing people of what's going on to prepare for what's to come.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright. I believe Karen has begun transmitting data already. Karen's information is still coming in, but if you really want to find Dagon, you're going to have to help us deal with a little problem. A retrofitted cruiser, the Omnipresence, with a substantial escort. They may be recording our local communication. If they are, there's a good chance they'll be able to decipher them and root out our agent. Well, I guess in this case I should probably put in for some repair before I leave. There we go. So right now the primary objective is to take out the omnipresent, but apparently not the the ship's defense crew, which leaves me in a bit of a disadvantage. Now there's a cruiser. And they're taking pot shots at my drones. From the Shikuni internal security, monitoring data traffic between you and the servant Sisters of Eve. No, don't get excited. We're all on the same side here. The state will help you get Dagon as long as you hand him over to us once you've got him. Oh, it appears everybody knows exactly what's going on. Makes me a little nervous, because that means everybody wants me to do the stuff for them.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright. There we go. No indication that she managed to inform her society masters. We'll be resuming contact with Karen immediately. Good idea. Our agent hasn't been able to determine where Dagon is, but in decoding her sensory data, we managed to pick up a clue. And a Mar pilot named Kritson Parthas recently delivered a cargo of drone parts to Dagon. These parts were black market and may have been scavenged from some of your recent battles. We contacted Parthas. He's an independent operator, but wouldn't see the light. We managed to locate him by tracing his communication. It will be necessary for you to bring him in for meeting under duress. Alright, so find just the guy and beat him up. Seems to be the goal of the day. Find him, beat him up. I have a suspicion the next thing he's going to tell me the Amar are okay with me doing the job. So, let's do it. The Independent Prophecy. There it is. So while he's trying to strip me of my capacitor, I'm borrowing his. Well, I kept asking for a little more interesting stuff, and now it looks like I got it. Well, if my Jones had just finished the job already. Yep, and now we're down to Hull. Come on, kick his butt! Can't believe I gotta leave. That's what I get for not equipping a repper. And for being right on top of all of them.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright. Yep. Let's get back out there and finish the job. He should still have full power. Well, he should be as low as he was when we left. How about we put it that way?
Warp drive active.
Yeah, unfortunately, Unlimited are just warping directly on top of him. So, let's guess that's what we're doing. Maybe we'll switch to antimatter. There he is. Go ahead. That's an Amara citizen you kidnapped, but if I understand your motives correctly, we can overlook that once you've extracted Dagon. Wow! They really don't like Dagon. Alright. Hey Dan, how you doing? Bring the hammer of God down on the bastard. Roger that. Hanging and tired. Roger that. I am feeling roughly the same way, my man. But I've been working on this quest line now for, I want to say, a better part of a week. I'm almost done. Whoa. Oh, that's my ship. The combat, the destroyer Algos. And from my understanding, I'm on the last leg of this quest line, so with any luck, I'll be done here today. Played some Red Dead Redemption 2, had fun doing illegal stuff in the game. Roger that. A drifter cruiser. Did someone attack the Autothisians? I'll handle questioning Parthas. Rest assured, he will be treated humanely and compensated well after we beat the living bejeebus out of him. Alright. I haven't played Red Dead Redemption yet. I don't know if I'm going to. I haven't even played the first one, so they finally determined Dagon's location. It appears that he's outfitting another expedition. More of these drones, and worse, maintains control of them. He and his clients will be able to wreak terrible destruction across the cluster. Take out... Let's see. But consider delivering him into our merciful hands. Instead, we'll spare him and make sure his knowledge does no harm. It's a great game, and you can do everything. I can do pretty much everything in this game as well. But this is a PC game versus mostly console based. Let's see, Scorched Earth was my favorite PC game. You mean like the old tank game? You talking about that Scorched Earth? I used to play Scorched Earth 2 all the time with my brother on an old DOS-based PC. They have like a version of it on Facebook now. Let's see. All right. Yeah, that was an absolute blast. I still enjoy the game, but like I said, there's like a Facebook version of it now that's like way more concerned about looking pretty than, you know, what the game is supposed to be. In Sheru. So we're going to go to Sheru. And I was all excited when I first heard about a purple OnePlus 6T, and it turns out the purple is more of a pink. Whoa, what's that? A legion. Oh, have a good night, Dan. Thanks for joining me. I'm looking to see if they have Scorched Earth 2 anywhere. Apparently not. Boo. Oops. Oh well. Maybe I'll put that on a little bit later. Well, I'm also looking to see if they have a modernized version of it. I don't know. I doubt it. Yep. Scorched Earth 1.5. It was such a blast. Alright, well here we are in Shrew. I remember seeing a Scorched Earth 2000. There it is. Alright, here we are. Based on your information, we've determined Dagon's location. He's preparing to depart, but he won't get far. Alright, so we go blow up another ship. Yay!
Warp drive active.
However, this is probably going to be surrounded by a bunch of other ships, so I'm going to have to be a little more strategical. a bunch of escorts. Take these guys out at maximum range. I'm gonna deal with the lighter duty ships first, because once that's done, I can get on top of Dagon and beat him up. Oh, well, Dagon's being directly attacked. Alright, and we're going to switch to the heavier rack. Mostly because I think we could benefit from the extra firepower. The hard part here is we gotta blow through this guy's armor, and I don't have any reppers on hand. Alright, clearly I gotta rethink this a little bit. Because he's doing enough repairs to prevent me from actually taking him out. Let's see, what can I do? Well, thinking And no reppers. Alright, let's see what happens when I switch back to doing some damage with these guys. Yeah, see, that's not going to work. So I'm going to have to... Let's see, where am I? Genesis. Alright. So we're looking for antimatter charges. A little pricey, but whatever. They're scalping. Oh. Oh, actually, that's not bad. I mean, not great, but not terrible. Again, these guys are scalping. They know that they can get it. Alright. Whatever. Let's see here. And let's see. Should I do... Yeah, definitely should do shield. I'm sorry, armor rep. So let's see. What can I drop off? Yeah, I'll drop off the nano armor in place of a repper. Why am I doing it this way? Sometimes I swear I intentionally do things the hardest way possible. Hold on, armor. All repairs. Wait. Armor repairs. There we go. Small. Let's take a look at the price. Yeah, I ain't flying that far. Alright, got my drones. Let's go ahead and make some adjustments so that way I can finish this off. No, I kept saying, I wish there was more risk to it. I wish there was more risk to it. And here I am. I finally get to a thing with more risk and wasn't ready for it. C'est la vie.
Warp drive active.
Let's see, all items. Where was I? Bleep snowed. Alright.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright, so let's yank off. I'm going to yank off the adapted. I'm going to fit that. I may not be able to take as many hits, but at least I'll be able to do some damage, do some repairs on it.
Warp drive active.
There we go. Fix it back up. And from my understanding, the energy neutralizer doesn't work on NPCs, but the Nosferatu does.
Warp drive.
So that'll come in handy at least, so I'll be able to use that to help keep my ship up and running in repairs as I'm on top of the guy shooting him. Although I suppose theoretically it wouldn't have hurt to add an extra cannon on the ship to do more damage as I'm orbiting.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
And there's no guns here in this area, so I will have to work around that.
Warp drive active.
Here we go. Should be able to finish this off now. Maybe. We'll see. There we go. We'll see if the Nosferatu is enough to keep me up and operational while I pound on this guy. I'm starting to think it's a negatory. Take some time to suck some juice off of them. And turn the rubbers back on because I'm over repairing. Which isn't going to help me at all. Come on. This is insane. I mean, we're finally down into hull at least. There's that. Got him. Alright, all enemies in the vicinity have been destroyed. Alright. Looks like all the enemies are destroyed.
Warp drive active.
That took a lot of bullets. But once I got them out of the armor, it didn't take long at all. Alright. Genetic records confirm Dagon's identity if you'd like to pass them along. As per our agreement with the Sisters of Eve, we'll turn Dagon over to their care. Alright.
Warp drive active.
Well, I guess that's it. Congrats on my first SoE arc. Yeah. Was the first one. Thank you. Let's see, is it Catherine Silens or Sillens? In any case, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Warp drive active.
Like, the entire arc was ridiculously easy, so I'm thinking to myself, oh, this will be easy. I get to the end of it, and I'm bouncing around, and, like, what the heck? No matter what you see, I must ask you to stay calm and do not fire. Well, that doesn't sound, see, what's the appropriate term for this? I have a bad feeling about this. I'm not shooting at anybody. I was like, well, don't shoot! I'm not shooting! That's not an Armageddon. You're right, it is. Maybe someone doesn't know what they're doing. Okay. No longer a hindrance to our efforts. Okay, that's really it. Gotta drop in the cargo. I already did. Yeah, see, it's not in my cargo hold anymore. It's one of the weird glitches I get on a regular basis while I've been getting these where after I do the thing, it's like, oh, well, go warp back to the commander. Oh, wait, hold on, it's right there. Well, I'm special. I didn't see the beacon pointing me to exactly where I needed to go. Okay, rogue drones did what? That's the damnedest thing if I've ever heard. They can think for themselves. I've never heard of them just watching like that. Huh. Well, that was interesting. Yeah, we'll call that interesting. And now I'm going to go play Courier. I mean, I can't complain about the total ISK income, but I'm sure that other Sisters of Eve stuff would be a little bit more in-depth. Maybe a little more risk involved. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Now I get to be a courier for a cheap, crappy little implant. I think I've actually already got better on this character. Alright, so that's the end of the first Sisters of Eve story arc. Don't know what happens now. Because it didn't say. Oh. Unavailable epic arc. Okay, guess it's not available. It's not available. Why are you showing it to me? I'm gonna wager a guess though that the little lines here mean. Let's see. Completed. Whatever. Looks like I'm not doing another epic arc for a little while. That was fun. Let's see what we got now. It just seems to me that there should have been a lot more to that story arc. I mean, there could have been, I mean, like if I was doing it in a rookie ship or a frigate, that would have been a lot harder. And I recognize that. I was definitely running a ship that was overpowered for the vast majority of the stuff I was doing. But then I would have hit that last wall there against that last guy, and I'd been like, this is not fun. There we go. Mission complete. Let's see if I have any... Oh, nope, no implants. Did I get potted? I could have sworn I had some implants. Got some in Jita and one in Sharu. Oh, that seems to be that. And let's see, if you're on the east coast of the US, welcome to Thanksgiving. Because it's now after midnight, and therefore Thanksgiving effectively starts now. I was really hoping that finishing that story arc would have opened up like another one that I could have chosen to go into, because now I'm curious what the deal is with those rogue drones. I think I'll probably get rid of the majority of those. Well, I think that might be it for me with this thing. Have to pick up again tomorrow, but tomorrow I'll be able to do something else. Like maybe I'll finally be able to do some of my mining stuff that I was supposed to be doing over the course of the week. And let's go ahead and head to one of the home locations. We'll go to Arnon. Yeah, mining isn't the most fun, but at least it's Moonrock. So I'll be able to... Am I new? This character is relatively new. I've been playing for roughly a year. In fact, my first character actually just had its first year birthday. But yeah, it's Moonrock, so it tends to cover my needlessly expensive exploration ships. That's the whole basis behind it. I need to be less bad. I think that's the big issue here. But hey, I have fun and I try, you know? That's the best you can ask for sometimes. Hello, Rue Wagon. How you doing today? Let's see what's up. I just finished the Sisters of Eve story arc, so the first one. I don't see another one to start up yet, so we'll see what happens. Did I hear you mention exploration ship? Now, that's what I do the majority of the time when I'm on here. And for the corporation I'm on on my main character, I'm actually a part of their exploration and science wing. My main thing is to find nice little shortcuts to wherever I gotta go. All about the exploration. I usually am too. When I first started playing, though, my big goal was to be a shipwright. I wanted to be the guy that did all the mining and then built the ships and sold them to everyone else. And then I realized that was kind of boring. It's great if you don't want to really do anything. It's not so great if you actually want to explore and do things. Boring and a lot of work. Amen. I still do some building, but it's more blow them up and to build them. I'm not that good at blowing them up, and that's a bit of the issue. I tend to fit my ships more for PvE than PvP. So, like this ship here is technically fitted for PvP, but
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
blow up my own. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Oh, look at that. I had a repairing unit here. All right, how much room do I have left? None. Wow. All right. Let's see. Do I have a... Yep, I have a drone I can plug in. And... I'm going to have to come back to finish cleaning this up. Alright, what's the closest place that I kind of consider to be home? I'm not a fan of using that as a place of operations, but that'll work. For now, anyway. Then I can go ahead and get a cargo ship. Well, one of my cargo ships, anyway. But yeah, now that I finish this, I'll probably go ahead... Now that I finish the Sisters of Eve arc, I'll probably go ahead and break out one of my exploration ships and go goofing off. after I finish moving everything out of Arnon. Doodle dum.
Warp drive active.
Oh, man. Ooh, that felt good. Popped everything from here down. Let's see.
Warp drive active.
This one would be an Imicus, I think. So where are my Imicus hiding? Do I really not have an Imicus? I lost my Imicus. Wonder if that heron's set up for work. Eve is a beautiful game to look at. Yes! I love these skyboxes. They look amazing. No, except for when you're on warp and everything's all scrambled because you're at warp. But yes. That's one of the first things I noticed about the game. It's visually stunning. It's beautiful. I also like the music. Believe it or not, I like the music a lot too. That's the reason why I keep it up and running.
Warp drive active.
But then again, I've always been into the, electronica techno type thing, so for me it works really nicely. Do I really not have anything in Botane? I don't have anything in Botane. Let's see what's in Kadama. Yeah, I gotta grab a transport ship and really just do a run around and consolidate my crap. You ever seen a video of orchestra playing it live at Eve Fest? No, I haven't. I didn't know that they did. I didn't know that that was a thing. Now I'm gonna have to look that up. Let's see. YouTube.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Google. I'm already on YouTube. Let's see. Eve music. Orchestra. I see. I got a Eve Online 10 years anniversary symphony from the Eve FanFest 2013. So that's probably it. No, don't undock. Item hanger. So that's definitely something I'm going to have to fire up. Wait a minute. I do have an ancillary repair. Then why? Oh boy. Alright, whatever. Alright. Let's see if I can find any of my industrial ships. Nothing nearby. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add that to something I'll listen to later. Apparently I did it for 2014, 2009, 2013. So it looks like there's a couple to listen to. And that's definitely something I'm going to have to do, because I really am a big fan of the music. It's it's relaxing and enjoyable to listen to, and I think that's important in a good video game. Let's see. Well, good morning, Krista, and welcome to Thanksgiving. Big concert was for the 10th anniversary. Yep, and I have that one bookmarked. It's for me to play later. Over an hour long. Yeah, it does say it's an hour and 15 minutes. Alright. I had a pair of miasmos in loose. Why do I have them in loose? Or Narius? I know why. I know why they're there. Do I have a shuttle here? I have my Algos and my Nimbus. Gotta find a cheap shuttle. There we go. One in Botane a couple in Botane I can grab, and I gotta pass that way anyway. So I'll buy one of those. Just grab it on my way through. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to play that here in a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to do it while I'm on stream, because I can already hear the music from the game. Alright. Let's see, do I have an Amicus fit that I could get on the cheap? Amicus. Some of the sound effects you hear in the music is really neat to watch them reproduce the same sounds acoustically. I wouldn't doubt that in the slightest. I mean, it's really interesting when people take natural, organic instruments and use them to create very clearly artificial sounds.
Warp drive active. Docking request accepted.
And so that's that. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to listening to what they did. I really am, because I didn't even know it was a thing until you mentioned it. All right. All right, I'm gonna
Pilot engaged.
put on autopilot for just a minute, and I'm gonna grab a drink because I am very, very thirsty. So give me just a moment. I'll be right back.
To Stargate. Warp drive active.
See, right back. Find Eve music at SoundCloud website. I actually saw that YouTube seems to have one as well. And I haven't looked. I know that, let's see, what do I use? Oh, what the heck is that? Spotify. I use Spotify. I know that they have some video game music, but not all.
Autopilot jumping.
Turn off autopilot.
Warp drive active.
This one is neat because it's posted by CCP. Huh. I got Spotify operational now. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like Spotify doesn't have it. Let's see.
Drive active.
The Minotaur for the win. I've always been, for me, the Minotaur ships are really hit or miss. Like, why does everything have to be covered in solar panels? Oh, wow.
Warp drive active.
There's the link to the soundtrack. You like the cat-free pew pew?
Warp drive active.
I actually have a on my alpha account. I have a Myrmidon that's fitted with a bunch of Minmatar weaponry because I needed the capacitor elsewhere. It's kind of funny to watch that that Myrmidon though. It has what is it? I think it's a 720 millimeter howitzer on it, and it fires, and I can you physically see the slug leave the ship, and it's just, you know, considering it's a Galente ship, you're not expecting to watch that slug go. makes it rather humorous, in my opinion. Also makes for a really interesting response from people who warp in and all of a sudden they're getting hit with a heavy kinetic round. Makes people wonder, for the people who catch, yes, what the heck was that? Oh, wait a minute. The only real downside to those howitzers is they just take forever to cycle in the next round. I mean, just takes way too darn long. Cycle and lack of track. Yes. Yes.
Warp drive active.
Oh, that's why they're all here. I just remembered why all my ships are here. When they all hit, yes. That impact is impressive. Change that to just Nereus and make it active. That's already active. I am awesomely special today. Alright. Oh, apparently I have a bunch of stuff sitting here. Alright. You can see I've done some exploration from right here, because got plenty of decryptors here. clean out some of these ships, find out what's in what. Plagioclase, Veldspar, and Kernite. So that should be empty. I think the majority of these I could probably repackage and move once I get a bigger ship set up. Now the fun part of hoping no one decides to smack around my ship. Alright. And now gets to be the time where it gets to be less entertaining. The logistical work of making sure my stuff's where I want it to be. So exciting. I already have this one. Had fun with 2 ships. First with full volley of EMP to annihilate shields, and second ship with explosives. Talk about a 1-2 punch. Yeah, that'll do it. Especially if you have ships set up with some nice big old guns on them. Although you do have those people who are used to getting blown through, and they go ahead and start adjusting for that kind of stuff. Stabbers. That'll do it. So do you do that with like 2 systems, 2 clients at the same time? Hey, baby. You're tired. See, she's tired.
Air Optics Colors features 3-in-1 color technology to blend water and for a naturally beautiful look.
Can you get the potty? Wow, you drink a lot of water today, baby.
Well, it's kind of a good thing.
Like a lot of water. I told her both ways.
Yeah, my dog is recovering from being sick, so she's going through a lot of water right now. And in my opinion, that's a good thing. It helps her clean out what's left. So I'm really glad that she's drinking water again. She seems to be happier, more energetic again. It's just overall a good, positive thing.
Finally finished that whole dog this morning.
What's up, babe?
The bag or the bowl of dog food.
Uh-huh.
We refilled it this morning.
Oh, she actually ate it all? Well, I'm not surprised. She hasn't been eating for days.
I know. What is this?
What is what? It's the internals to a flashlight.
Why?
Because I need to clean it. Look in the springs and look in the contacts.
Or did the batteries?
Well, that's just it. The batteries looked fine, but for some reason they look corroded on there, so I gotta clean it. Alright. Well, now that we're getting ready to land and, dock up and offload the last of my crud. What? She's having fun. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this as an opportunity to head off for the evening. Mostly because, yeah, I don't want to be sitting here yawning for y'all all night. Probably pick back up tomorrow evening, where I'll go ahead and decide. Oh, come on, dock already. Decide what I'm going to do. I don't think my Alpha Corporation would greatly appreciate me actively streaming my mining time, so I don't think I'm going to do that. However, I would like to say that if you enjoyed yourself and feel like hanging out with me a little more often, feel free to follow. I'm usually on roughly the same time every night. So until tomorrow, or potentially Friday, because I do have some plans for Friday night, so we'll see how those go. This is the Lone Wolf, signing off. Fly safe and enjoy your evening.